Ah non, mais c'est pas celui-là qui doit avoir vraiment.
Alright, so this way we can all get this finished by 6 o'clock. Welcome to our very first inter-class debate here at the Insect Bachelor. I'm trying to remember what name I should call it. PEA Institute, Insect Bachelor, PC, whatever. Okay, this will be the idea was to really introduce the debate to those people in the audience who are unfamiliar with it. And I see maybe 2 people that are unfamiliar with it. Our first year students over there to the left. Why don't you introduce yourselves? Your name is?
Germain.
Germain and? Paul. Okay, Paul. Paul, that's right. Great.
Non, sans parler. Non, et ça va. Oh.
I'm not going to spend a lot of time explaining. Good. We have, okay, the girls that are going to be leaving as soon as they finish the debate and take off for vacation or whatever, they have their suitcase there. Maintenant, we can ask Marianne that question while she's here. Okay, we're just going to jump right into it. I'm not going to go through a lot of the rules, except that I do like to introduce the people that are up here, myself, Mr. Bradford, the chairman, and we also have our lovely bellboy, Ricardo. Ricardo's a virgin. This is his first time as a bellboy. Be gentle, we'll go slow. Okay, Ricardo? All right. So apparently, we're going to have 4-minute speeches today. That means you have less than that, Karen?
Yes.
Well, we're going to try to reach 4 minutes. You never know with rebuttal and everything. You can go on and on. So that means you're going to have protected time at the first minute and the last minute. Right? So basically, there will just be 2 minutes per speech. You can interrupt one another. Please remember, let's try to keep it polite. You know, if you want to interrupt, you stand up. Point of information, or point of information, Bradford feels better for you. You can accept or reject, and let's try to keep the rejections to no thank you, instead of, or sit down or forget it, no chance. We're going to try to keep the rules as they are in the FDA, which means everybody should take, in this case, at least 1 POR. Okay, you should take at least 1 question. We have a nice mixed team of some ex-debaters on our competitive team from last year, with Nicolas Speller and Xavier Kubala. We also have some very talented third-year students who showed a lot of promise in my advanced English class with Destiné Babibida and Maxime Magician. You're not going to know all about this. And we have one new person from the third year who apparently is going to be our Prime Minister with Eleanor. And another third-year student joining us in the middle position on the proposition team, Tariq. And some very brave firsties, from the first year with Karen Friedman on the proposition side. Miguel. And Antoine on the opposition side. Now, we have a very fun motion, I think. This House believes that online websites, applications, are the new way to find love. Now, I noticed the word dating is missing, so maybe that's on purpose, because I thought it was about dating websites and dating applications, because I asked myself, dating services, I go, kids your age don't need dating services to meet people. I mean, you're young and beautiful, and you run into people all the time, and you go out, you're always out. It's not that. It's easy to meet people, but perhaps I could be wrong. I'm really interested in seeing what sort of online websites, applications that actually affect your age group, you know. I mean, I know about Meetic, and I know about other types of 40-something, 30-something, 40-something, 50-something people, and divorced women and divorced men looking for love. But this will be very interesting to see young people looking for love. Okay, so let's get that started. We're going to start with the Prime Minister from the proposition with our opening speech, which I believe is Eleanor. Okay.
So dear chairman, dear jury, dear great audience, and dear old-fashioned team. Today we will talk about love and the new way to find love, especially about website and application. First, I think it's a good idea to define the principal term. For us, love is a profoundly tender or passionate affection for another person. It can be familiar love, friendly love, or just about love. And we wanted to define another term, which is what is a website, or especially a website about dating. So a dating website is a website which can help people to enter in contact, talk and begin a new relation, which can be love, erotic or friendly. For us, especially, there are two kinds of dating sites. Some which prefer to specialize in long-term relation like Meetic, and some which will prefer in short-term relation like Tinder or Adopt-A. We know that it's really good when it's about long-term relation and specialization when you are looking for something not just for one night and for one day or 2 days, when you are looking for love, and when you are looking for meet new people and find love, but in a long-term way. And some will prefer in a short-term way. So we think it's an evolvement, and it's good to take it because it's about technology, it's about the computer, right? For us, we know that it's a shame to not evolve with time and with the new opportunities that are dating websites. So to talk about that, first we will talk.
Point of information. What if this opportunity is actually a danger?
I don't think it's a danger because you can find danger, but you have to. You can find danger, but you can find another way. You have to be careful. Website and application are for people under than 18 or under than 20. And people who are looking for love don't have to be. So what do you mean by danger?
But it's a static conversation.
And so first we will talk about that it's about bad surprise, because we have specialization. When you are on a website, you can ask if you want people with blonde hair, people with brown hair, people who like this kind of thing and who like this kind of thing. So you can not have bad surprise. In a second we will talk in the fact that it's a gain of time. We'll especially talk about application, and in third we'll talk that it's a good way to meet people that have more relation.
Thank you, Madam Prime Minister, for starting off the proposition side with that case. Now, Please do let me remind the audience that you are allowed to take part in these debates with two different expressions. One, if you like what you hear, H-E-A-R, from these people, you say, hear. I mean, let's do it right. Hear. Okay. And if you disagree, or if you want one team to win over the other one, and you want to destabilize them, you tell us that you disagree. Okay, all right, good. You've got that. Okay. Very good. So now let's bring up the first speaker, the Shadow Prime Minister for the Opposition, Antoine.
Dear Mr. Chairman, lovely bear man, honorable audience, good evening to everyone. First, our house would like to respond to some of your elements. You said that long-term relationship is cool, but websites and application are not sometimes just made to have, excuse my French, get some beauty calls. Is this what we call love? From your own definition? Moreover, you know the danger and the importance that internet has for our society, and especially for young people, and you don't do anything in order to protect them. Just use the speech. Moreover, I would like to begin my speech with one quote that really means to us, which I think it's a Shakespearean scope, which for us has her, how can I say, timeless definition of love. It's a sentence from Romeo and Juliet, Act 1, Verse 1 for the lovers. Love is a smoke and it made the fume of a sight, which is a very wonderful sentence from Shakespeare.
Point of information.
Yeah, go ahead.
Can you remember us how the story of Romeo and Juliet ended?
The house will reply, and the house will tell you that they obviously died, but they died of love, of real love. And the house can tell you is that they never met through internet, they met through passionate love. And we are
Here.
Time is going, and what we like to remind you, can everyone tell me what's the first aim of a company? To make profits, right?
Here.
Can you tell me how many profits they made by year? 1.3 billion. And if the aim is to make money, then what about love? What is the real aim?
Here.
The real aim? The aim is not to make us fall in love. Refuse. It's just to get money. They don't really care about it. They don't care at all. It's for desperate and solace and for digital divorce. Nothing less, nothing more. We live in a world of consumption, where everything goes faster and quicker. A world where everybody follows a fashion phenomenon. And that's what it is. This is what websites and applications are. A fashion phenomenon. Nothing more, nothing less. I would like to add that our house really believes that love, as you said, is a mix of tender, passionate affection for another person that can lead also to sexual affections and desire. But love is really made by physical meeting and attraction, and not through a computer. To end, finding love on websites or any application is like Santa Claus. You think it exists, but it's just a lie for kids. And my team will continue focusing on this debate by talking about the fakeness, the diverse, and the danger of this website and application. Thank you for hearing me.
Thank you very much for that stirring opening speech from the opposition. Now that's the second speaker for the proposition, Karen.
Dear member of the jury, fellow teammates, good evening. I'm sure you all have bad received ideas about online dating, which I understand, and I was at your place like a few days ago, but this is about to change. Who said online dating was only dedicated to weird stalkers and old people? No, that's in fact nowadays young people are the main users of online dating. Thanks to their easy access through smartphones. Indeed, we're the new generation. We were born with new technology, and we're the first to know how to use it. So nowadays you can find hundreds of applications to find love, such as Tinder. I know the idea you have of Tinder is that you you know what I mean. It's not only for booty calls, sometimes it works, I'm sorry. Happen at drmec.com, I know the name is not. Badoo, Grind, which is for the gay people, and even Facebook. Who hasn't been contacted and flirted on Facebook? Well, I'm talking precisely about those applications because they're principally based on appearance. And what do we want by using online dating is to avoid bad surprises. Our generation is not going to lie.
Point of information?
Yes.
How can you be able to avoid bad surprises by never knowing or never meeting someone?
Here. I'm going to respond with the following. So please listen. Appearance is an important factor for love. And while lying, it's true, beauty has an important role. It really does matter. And you know what? It's not only for our generation. I mean, actually, it has been proven that both older men and women are more attracted to youth and beauty. And that is what applications such as Tinder, Happen, and Mythic are selling. Indeed, the particularity of online dating is that you have the ability to be selective and choose people according to your personal taste and also mutual interest, because it's not only based on appearance. Plus, online dating is a sure way of getting to know someone, as you usually talk and have conversations before meeting the person. Here. Furthermore, contrary to our received ideas, online dating has become safer. You can find online dating websites that are selective, but some where you will have to pay. And
Point of information.
Some wait for your profile to be confirmed, like Elite Rencontre. And as you said earlier, applications and websites are not, like you talked about 1.3 billion of profit, which is not always the case. I mean, most of all the applications we know are free. Plus, to conclude, you can use online dating websites and applications very safely. You have the opportunity. You have the opportunity to choose according to your tastes, and finally, avoid bad surprises when meeting your future, who knows, future husband or wife. And it has been proven. I have the numbers. According to a study commissioned by eHarmony, which is also a dating website, John Casiopo, which is a social neuroscience expert, proved that more than a third of marriages between 2005 and 2012 began online, and those marriages tend to be happier and longer than marriage. Here.
Thank you very much for that supporting second speech. Now I'd like to bring up the second speaker from the opposition, Mika.
Dear Mr. Chairman, lovely bell boy, and dear audience, good evening. Karen, I would like to answer to some points that you just talked about. I felt that you're really sorry about what you're trying to present here. You're always trying to say, I know that you feel that, I know that in the past you thought that. Why are you sorry? Maybe there is something that is... Okay, so you said again that a lot of people pay for being part of this internet website. So what? So that means that these people are good people because they have the money to pay for that? No. That means that a lot of people cannot have the access for love because they don't have the money for pay for love.
Hey.
Why we should pay for love? It's not the word. We are all searching for true love. People are using the internet website to find their true love. One of the main problems with finding love in the internet website is that when you write your personal information, you create a fake person. You have to create a person that you want to be, but is not who you really are. You replace the thing that you don't like about yourself. You want to be taller, you want to be skinnier, you want to be a lot of things. But in fact, you are the opposite of all this description that you wrote. How can you find a true love if the people that you're talking with, including yourself, are playing other characters? These characters create unreal world. One of the most important things in love is honesty.
So therefore, are you stating that nobody lies in real life?
Excuse me?
Are you stating that nobody lies in real life?
They are lying, but not about who you are. And if you want to have a good relationship and a good love, you have to be honest. What kind of a society will we be if we are not accepting who we are? The people who create this fake personality can use it in different places and not only in the internet website. This is a big problem that we are facing in our society, that we are trying to create people that we are not, we are create people that is not the real people. We create a society that trying to be something that we are not the real thing. And I think.
Thank you for that. Now I'd like to bring up the third speaker for the project, Terry.
So, as we say, according to us, online website is a real way to find love. Why? Because it's a lot to gain time. It's a lot us to save time. Maybe in the train, maybe in the bus, maybe in the tramway. Because we all have, I have, she has, you have, they have, we all have a phone with us, we all have a computer with us, we all have an iPad with us. So why don't we use this time in order to meet people? According to me and to my life, it's a real opportunity to meet people. If I take my example, every day in order to come to school, I spend something like 2 hours. 2 hours from my home to the school. So why do I will not speak with people in order maybe to find love? Because yes, as you said, it's possible to meet people just in order to spend a night, in order to have one night stand.
Point of information, if you have so much time, why don't you use this time during your commutes to talk to other people?
So, according to me, it's not possible to, when you are in the subway or maybe in the train, you will not speak to other people. Why?
Shame.
Because I'm just answered. Just wait. Because when you are in the bus, in the train, or wherever you want, people maybe are listening music, maybe they are with friends, so they are speaking to other people.
Here.
So, as I said, I spend a lot of time in the transport So why do I would not use it in order to meet people? And I think it's your how can I say that? It's you spend all the time they spend too, and thank you for listening.
Okay, thank you very much for that brief yet stirring speech, Tariq. Now I'd like to bring up the third speaker from the opposition.
Dear Chairman, dear jury, lovely bellboy, dear audience, good evening for everybody, proposition, dear member of my team.
So first, I want to rebuild what you said. For the Prime Minister, you talk about the seat for long and short relationship. So the notion is find love, not to flirt. It's totally different. And then you describe choosing love as you go shopping. Like, I want someone with this hair, with these eyes. No. For the second speaker, you describe love as making shopping a game. So you talk about business. So you agree with this. And then you defend this part, but you don't know that some websites you have to pay if you want to find love. Then you're talking about saving time. And we say that, no thank you. We say that time is money, so it's business pay. So you agree with us that you make profit. And you can see it's fake. No thank you. Then I want to say that with the website and application, you ignore the world around you where you could find your love in the real one. Then you let technology control you, and you are missing opportunity. So we can't talk about digital love. And you want to let technology control the basic human feelings in the world. Yes.
Why don't you use something in technology in order to maybe go to holidays, in order to have a new job, like LinkedIn? There is a lot of websites in order to do a lot of things, and it's prohibited for the love.
I will answer you. Yes, I use, like everybody, Facebook, Twitter, LinkedIn, because I need to speak with friends or for professional goals, but not to find love, honey. You let the technology control the basic feeling of human feeling. The basic feeling of human That's not acceptable. Yes?
How are you talking with your boyfriend when you are away?
You know, we see each other.
When you're away?
Away? Here! Here! Yes. Let me answer. Thank you, very nice. Yes, but use an application and a website, it's really different than text message or call. So then I want to end it with by that technology is just trying to recover what it destroyed. Basic human feeling. Thank you.
With that, now we've finished the halfway point with the two teams. Now I'd like to bring up the fourth speaker for the proposition.
Lively and electrifying audience, Virgin timekeeper, dear jury, respectful chairman, and welcome to you all. I hope you're enjoying yourselves so far. First of all, I would like to come back on a few things that the opposition teams have said previously. The first speaker, maybe you should have done some more research, because behind those online websites there is a science which has to be funded. And when you said that love is free, it is not. Do you know how much it costs to woo a girl? And if you believe that everyone is coming clean and honest to you, baby, you are wrong. You're saying that we are shopping for people. Well, in real life itself, you're looking for a kind of guy, so you are shopping.
Here, 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 here.
So this house believes that websites and apps are the new way.
Point of information?
Yes.
In which supermarket did you find me then?
The opposition team has proved itself to be really unrealistic. I mean, look around you, fairy tale lovers. Our world is not the same as it was centuries ago. Now we're living in an advanced world. Today everything is easier, faster, and more efficient. It is only obvious that we should live with our time, not following the trend and the no, thank you. And the way things are being done nowadays would only mean we are living in some kind of dreamland. Online websites and apps are definitely where we should wander if you are looking for true love. During the summer, a friend of mine created an account on adoptamed.com, and at first he just did so to have fun and to be accompanied at bars. But then he met up with this girl who just adopted him, and they were both struck by love. And it's been 6 months now. They're living a flavorful relationship, something that wouldn't happen if they hadn't downloaded the app. That is to say, no thank you. It is a trendy and modern way to fall in love. Moreover, you might think that it's impossible to find the perfect match online or on your iPhone screen. But my dear opposition team, thanks to this new technology, our world is advancing. You're able to find the right profile to you, the perfect match. So, because yes, there is a science behind those apps and websites that help star-crossed lovers to meet. So why waiting for a date for ages, not even knowing if you're dating the right guy?
You're here.
When the perfect guy can just be on the other side of the screen. Why waste this precious time hunting when you don't even have time with your hectic set schedules? Go and get the love of your life now. Start downloading apps and websites. Thank you.
Now I'll bring up the fourth speaker from the
Dear Mr. Chairman, dear bellboy, dear members of the proposition and esteemed members of the opposition, dear audience, thank you for coming. First, I would like to come back on a few points that the proposition has made tonight. First, Eleanor, you said that only people under 18 or 20 use websites and apps. And so therefore, it can't be dangerous. So first, not only people under 20 use websites, but I'm sure Mr. Bradford also uses the internet as much as anyone. And also, people under 18 can be as much as dangerous as people over... Karen, you said that online dating got much safer. I say no, no, and no. You said that you have so much time during those commutes, and so my advice is still just to go and talk to those people, because it's not because... No, thank you, not for now. It's not because Parisians are douchebags that you can't try to help them. And Divya, you said the right profile was underlined by science. And do you want our relationship to be backed and created by a supercomputer? I don't think so. So we mentioned that it was fake, that we should divorce from online websites, and that it was I'm going to explain how it is a danger. I'm going to show you some of the red flags that you should try to hunt for when going online. First, 8 out of 10 men have lied on their resume. My advice is, you should run a background check on all of those people. But that's going to cost you $499 and take another week. And additionally, you don't have their full name or phone number, so there's no way you can run a background check on those people you're talking to for 6 months. Then I want to mention the money scams from Angola, Benin, Botswana, Burundi, Cameroon, Congo. Not many European countries, I agree. And actually, per day, there are 437 frauds using Western Union, 98% of which are due to dating websites. My line is, online dating is a perfect place to find psychopaths. What is a sociopath looking for? Assessment, seducing, and ruining. Internet makes all of this easy. Internet makes all of this easy. First, the assessment part. On your profile, you list all of the information that psychopaths need to hunt for you. Psychopaths, on a daily basis, actually browse through your profiles to select you. How lucky you are! Second, seduce. When you go on online websites, you are desperate. So you will feel obligated to move on with those relationships, and that's going to cost you a lot of opportunities. And someone may just pretend that he's in love with you. How lucky you are. And then, ruin. If you're lucky, it's just going to take your money. If you're not, you might just get raped, and no one will even know about it, because most of the people who subscribe to online dating websites don't tell their family or friends. How lucky you are! Online websites, apps are not the new way to find love, but it is the perfect place to find a weirdo. Thank you.
Thank you very much for that. Now, let's bring up the fifth and final speaker for the proposition.
Dear German, dear jury, dear bellboy, dear members of the proposition team, poor members of the opposition team, dear audience, thank you all for being here. I know that usually the whip shall start by the beginning of the session, but I want to start with Nicholas. Because he said that Eleanor told us that only people under 20 use these websites. And you made a lot of points about this. But that's not what she told us. I think you misunderstood her because she only told that people under 20 use a lot websites, not that they are the only one. And afterwards, Nicholas, you told us that 8 men out of 10 lied on websites. But seriously, don't you think 8 men out of 10 lie in real life? Afterwards, afterwards you told us that online websites are the perfect place to find psychopaths, that they browse your profile to find info on you. But if you lie on your profile, how can you find information of them? Because everyone lies on their profile. Then to go back to the beginning, Antoine, you told that websites are meant that online dating websites are meant to find beautiful cows. If you want to insult women, it's your problem. I don't want to fall into this. And afterwards, you told us about Romeo and Juliet's story, which is a really beautiful one. But I'd rather stay alive if you are not. Yes.
Wouldn't you be happy that your wife would do anything, even kill herself, to be with you till the end of time?
I'd rather have her alive than dead. So, no. And then you told us that these people that run websites are making money out of love. But as far as I know, pharmaceutical industries make money out of our health. And aren't they doing a lot of good to us, even though they are doing some money? We maybe all died without the pharmaceutical industry, and they make money too. No, thank you, sit down. Destiny, you told us that we want to find love, not to flirt, but how can you find love if you don't flirt first? And then you told us that technology is controlling our basic feelings. And I think it's quite a strong word because I know that eating is a basic feeling, and I'm not gonna date a computer because I found a woman on a dating website. I'm gonna date the woman thanks to the website. The cab isn't controlling my ability to go to the toilet. It's just helping me to go to the toilet. And so to end, I want to thank my team that really well defined our motion, that made the points that young people are the main users of dating, so it is the future indeed, that it helps avoid bad surprises and to find people with mutual taste, that it allows us to gain time in a world in which we are always doing some journeys. So it really helps us, and that websites earn money, but thanks to be founded to help us. That the opposition team is, sorry to tell this, but fairy tale lovers, to quote Débat. And thanks to her lovely story, I think you will all agree to this motion that we must believe online websites are the way to find love.
Thank you very much, Maxime, and that completes the case for the proposition. Now we'll bring up the last speaker for the opposition.
Dear Mr. Chairman, lovely bellboy, and dear audience, thank you for coming. I want to come back on some points that the proposition has made. You said that everybody has access to those website and application. I think this is the main problem, that everybody has access.
In here.
So how could you prevent that young people will not meet dangerous and weird people?
Here.
You why do you think that this will save your time? Isn't it more like wasting your time? Isn't time the most important in love? You said there is no danger, that it's safe. Come on, have you ever heard about this virtual girl that attracted more than 2,000 pedophiles? The opposition...
Point of information.
No.
Too dangerous.
So, the opposition have another vision about love. The Prime Minister has defined love and proved that online dating websites are here to make profit. Now I will summarize the main points we have brought. Online website and application are here for very desperate people who can't find their true love fast enough. How many people actually find anybody worthwhile on those sites? Often scams. If not by the people creating the sites, then by the people participating in the site. All the stories and the news about the sexual predators trying to meet up with teenage girls. They tell them lies about their age, where they come from, to get these girls.
Point of information?
No. In their hands. Online dating is destroying love. It's a lie dream for online romantic.
Point of information?
Yes.
Thank you. But aren't the sexual predators gonna do more wrong on real life than on the virtual life?
You're
here. No.
Not at all. In real life, those girls will not be as open as online. They think they're feeling secure because it's on screen. However, it's not here. Yes, so I was saying it's a lie dream. It's a lie dream for online romantic fulfillment. In the hypermarket of desire, it's almost impossible to choose. When you look at the profits, they are all the same. How are you going to tell to your children your love stories if you have met them online? So, we, the opposition, hope that you will help us to close those online website and application.
Thank you very much, Paula, for that ending to this debate, which closes the debate. Now, actually, I thought this was quite a lively debate. I thought a lot of great things sort of happened. Now, usually, in a normal debate, you have a jury. You have three people who then are going to leave and then deliberate. Okay. However, in this case, we're going to let the audience decide between who you think is correct. Right? And then afterwards we can talk a bit about it. I can give some suggestions. Okay, so I don't want a lot of clapping. I don't want a lot of stamping, a lot of screaming. Decide, who you think should be the best team. I'm going to try something different. Okay. Everyone in the audience has 5 points. Okay. If I say, okay, who thinks that the proposition should win? Okay. You're just going to put up your hand. 4, 2. You have points. You have 5 points.
What does it mean?
So can we
you either vote for the proposition or you vote for the opposition. And we'll see who gets the most.
No, we didn't.
If you decide, because if you think that they were really equal, okay, then or if you think that they really won, we're just going to go with fun. We're just going to try this. Otherwise, screaming, yelling will come. Okay. So, okay. You get to watch this at the same time. So, for those of you who believe that this debate was won by the proposition side, please vote now. Okay.
They're all desperate.
13.
She's insulting me.
14, 19, 20, 22, 23, 24. 41, 42, 43, 44. Now, who believes and the opposition were the strongest? Okay, good. Well, yeah, you can vote from both. I mean, if you want. So, 5, 9, 10, 11, 12, 15, 16, 17, 18, 18, 23, 28, 28, 20, 33, 35, 67, 40,
No, there is a misunderstanding. There is a misunderstanding.
So obviously, it was very close. No, but that's fine. That's close. You know, then you get your vote. Then you have my vote.
Okay.
Either, and this is good because either I make it a tie, and there's no clear winner unless we do a vote, or I give the vote to the opposition. Okay, so let's go over the debate here. You know, for at least 5 minutes. Because usually what you do, you have one winner, and then you also have a person on the other side that is like the best speaker. Eleanor, you did the job that you're supposed to do as the Prime Minister. You defined the points in here that might be confused. What do you mean by love? Because I saw, you know, I was seeing a difference between finding love and some people finding true love. Okay? For me, those are two different things. You know, looking for love in all the wrong places. You know, that's a country western song. You're going to find love. You're going to find affection. You're going to find some way to spend your time. But then, you know, I wasn't really sure. I was waiting for you, or you, Antoine, to define what you meant by love. Okay? You did. You said we find it as, you know, affectionate, but you defined love as everything. It's friendly love, it's affectionate love, it's sexy love, it's hot love, it's love you pay for, love you don't pay for. Okay. But, you know, you made a very good thing about, you know, long-term affection and short-term affection. You know, the difference between the different applications. Oh, that was fine. You know, no, I guess nobody knows this expression, a one-night stand. Yes. Nobody used it, but you know, I think that's what Tinder is about. I don't know, never. Don't forget. Prime Minister needs to really talk about the case, what you're going to hear from each person on the way down. That's also part of your job. Handle your one POI, except the answer, you don't answer a POI with, I don't think so. Okay, you don't care about your opinion individually. You need to have a quicker response. Okay, Antoine, 3 minutes, 41 seconds. I thought it was a fine speech for first timers. You know, you're worried you won't be able to talk for 2 minutes, and you went longer than that. You brought up some very good points. You know, certainly talking about the dangers of internet. The Romeo and Juliet quote is brilliant. Max, you know, got you on a POI for that, but you responded again very well. But I can see your points here. You know, in terms of company profits, the digital divorce, it's a phenomenon. All that became very clear. You ended up with a nice little story about Santa Claus. You took one POI, and remember the way to say is no, thank you. You know, with a smile. You know, sometimes we're sitting people like you know. Karen, very good, but not a lot of rebuttal. Okay, we had your points here, you know, in terms of, you know, appearances are a factor, beauty matters, I'll be about safer, and a very good point about apps being free, but I didn't really see you go directly to what Antoine had talked about. You need to start with that. You had some great facts, but, you know, It's good you saved them for the end, but then you were going over time and you got lost and it didn't come through really strong about, 1/3 of the marriages that are, met through that are happier and longer. Okay. Mikael, okay, good. At 3 minutes, ended up like, okay. No words, I'm done, and off we go. But your rebuttal was pretty strong. Right? You went straight to it about the about you can't say sorry and you're only good if you have money. All of those were nice. You brought up the whole thing about fake people, fake personalities. These personalities that you create that they're not real. I mean, it was a strong one. Your whole thing about honesty being primordial, but you kind of got nailed on that too with a POI. But good work, Terry. You started out great. It was all about how it fits into the lifestyle now, how it fits into the time that you spend. Why not use it to be able to meet people? I spent these 2 hours. Then everything went here. You were just talking to the other team, and it's not about the other team. It's really about the audience and convincing them of your ideas. A POI is a quick question and hopefully a great answer. If it's funny and it works and you get here, great. If it doesn't, move on, okay, and just forget about it. It's not a conversation. But I mean, you had some clear points, but I wasn't really sure where your team was going because it hadn't really been set up originally by Eleanor. Destiny, okay. Okay, I know that you had nothing prepared, like a half an hour before this debate. All right, so 3 minutes and 8 seconds. Okay, very good. Basically rebuttal all the way. Be careful. You get. I mean, you have a great. I'm gonna show you. Right. Watch me. Okay. And that works, but not all the time. Okay. And the reason you go into that mode is if you don't have a minute or so of speech that is really good, it's really written, okay? But the rebuttal is fine. The shopping, the business, I mean, you attacked certain points. 2 POIs refused. The other 2 were, I mean, you took them, but they also became kind of long as well. Divya, 4 minutes and 1 second. Rebuttal was strong. It was focused. It was you went down the line. You brought back up the idea of the shopping and the fairy tale lovers. You threw in a story, which is really hard to interrupt when people are telling stories. And your examples are great. You started with science. You ended with science. It worked together. Your POI, with Nicola, I mean, it was a good POI. There wasn't much you could say, and she goes, okay, we'll talk about this tonight, okay, but, just moving on, all right. Nicola, came in, the rebuttal was strong, you went down the line. Whether you agree with it or you don't, you had a really powerful defense sort of you're going to meet psychopaths and you're going to get in trouble and it's going to be dangerous, you're going to be seduced and ruined and this and you made people, really scared. Okay, that's fine, I suppose, that's your job. Wasn't sure, Antoine didn't really say that you were going to talk about the dangers of internet and it's going to have been rape. And then you wait till the very end when nobody can really stand up and go, do you have any statistics about this? I think they're pretty minuscule, okay? But still, you scared them, and did your job. Maxime, the rebuttal is good about going right to the points that were important for them. The 8 out of 10. The psychopaths, everybody lies. 8 guys out of 10. I could count everybody here, probably 10 out of 10. You forget a lot about human nature. You forget a lot about human nature and people being human in this, and the loneliness and the sadness and the reason people go to places like that because who is going to hit up somebody on the metro? I mean, come on. And if you do, then good for you. But you're in a small minority of people who are really able to do that. So I think you missed that. I think you missed that.
In 4 minutes, it's quite. I didn't have time to
tell.
Right, yeah, it's true, and when we do a normal debate, 6 minutes, this is that. When I first heard this, I said, yes, this is a great, subject. It really has both sides. It has statistics, but it also has, humanity and heart in it. I don't know. Then, then I kind of didn't follow your big pharma sort of thing, and then you're starting to bring in actually something that hasn't really been talked about in a debate, and that is, you can't do that as a whip. So I wasn't really sure. You didn't really connect it enough to the rest of what you were saying. But you had a good synopsis at the end. You definitely had a call to action. You handled your POIs. Okay. Hala, congratulations. I don't know many people in the very first debate that would take the whip. I wouldn't, and I've had, fourth-year students when we were the MBA institute that wouldn't even be that, and they were like, great. So congratulations, okay? But as soon as you got up here, a little low energy, but that's okay. You have to understand, everyone has to realize what your things are. Because you came right back up, and you really got my thing, well, that is, everybody has access. And see, that really leads on to what Nicola was talking about, okay? The virtual girl and the pedophiles, and then it stopped. And there just wasn't enough rebuttal. It was back to, I want to summarize, and there's desperate people. You talked about it, but the whip is really there to destroy the arguments they have, and then again remind us of what you were trying to do on this side. Okay, and you don't need to take a lot of POIs when you're the whip because you're already doing the job. You just really need to take one and hope it gets through. So, with that in line, I would probably say between the two teams, because I think it's fairly close. I really think it's pretty close. But at some point, any judge has to decide who's it going to be and why. All right. I think it's too bad we only had 4-minute speeches, but I think you probably could have done a 6. I think the subject demands it. I would just probably, if it were me, and I like you all, and you've done a great job, and I'm really excited about having a debate club and having more than 5 people that I have to handpick, and to have interest, from the first year, because it's not always like that.
No, please.
I would probably have to give the 1 point to
Proposition.
yes. A stronger line, and then towards the end there were some weaknesses here and there. We usually give the best speaker for the opposition or the team that lost. I would say for the first time, I would probably give the best speaker on the proposition to Karen. First year student, she said she couldn't even do 2 minutes. She did 4 minutes. You made your point. But I think there was a lot of great energy and it was a lot of fun. And thank you everybody for being here. And maybe the next time we'll have more.